Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take a stack of your sources and really unpack the key insights for you.
Yep, we sift through it all, trying to help you figure out what matters and why.
Absolutely. And today, we're digging into something really fascinating. It comes from, well, ancient wisdom, but it feels incredibly relevant now. We're looking at parts of a talk or commentary from back on May 25th, 1954.
Right, and this commentary is exploring a really important Buddhist text, the Karaniya Metta Sutta.
Which is all about metta, right?
Yeah.
Loving kindness.
Exactly. But this source material, it shows it's much more than just a warm feeling. It actually lays out a kind of practical path to finding real inner peace.
Okay. And our sources, they mention some key phrases in Pali and even Thai, I think, given the commentary's origin. But we'll stick to the English meaning, focusing on the takeaways.
For sure. And what's really rich here is this detailed breakdown of 14 specific qualities. These are qualities found in people who have achieved that peace, the noble ones, or Arya.
So our mission today is pretty clear. Let's unpack these 14 qualities. We want to understand what they actually mean, using the explanations and some really vivid analogies from the commentary.
And see how this ancient wisdom, this description of a peaceful mind, can actually become something practical for you today.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The source starts with this idea of a task. There's a Pali phrase, Karaniya Metta Sutta, yanta asanta pada abhisomeka.
Whoa, okay, let's break that down slightly. The commentary explains it refers to a specific task, a key in Thai, something that these noble ones, the Arya, have, completed or achieved.
And what did they achieve by doing this task?
They achieved santapada. That means a state of peace, of calmness. The commentary also uses the Thai kaṇḍa, the abated state, a state where disturbances ceased.
Right, so the enlightened ones reached peace by doing this task. Simple enough. But here's the kicker, isn't it? The source says this exact same task is what someone else should do too.
Precisely. It mentions the Karaniya Metta Sutta applied to a kulaputna. This kulaputna is often translated like son of good family, but really, in this context,
Means anyone.
anyone who's skillful and genuinely aiming for inner benefit, for what's truly good for them. It's basically saying, hey, this path the enlightened walked. You can walk it too.
So the big question becomes, what is this task? What are these qualities?
And the commentary answers that by laying out these 14 specific qualities. And it doesn't just list them. It really digs into what they mean.
Yeah, it makes this really powerful point that cultivating these qualities isn't just like following rules. It's how metta, that loving kindness, actually comes to reside inside you.
Exactly. It's the inner work. These qualities are the foundation. Let's go through them one by one using the commentary's insights. Some of the analogies are great.
Okay, first up, sako means capable or brave. But the source is careful here, isn't it? About the kind of bravery.
Very careful. It's not about, being brave in battle or doing something reckless. It's specifically bravery in goodness.
Bravery and goodness, what does that look like?
It's the courage to purify your body, your speech, your mind. It means having the guts to pause before you act or speak or even think and ask yourself, hang on, could this cause suffering for me or for someone else?
Ah, I see. The answer is yes.
Then the bravery, Sako, is having the strength, the courage to stop, to refrain, even if part of you wants to do it or there's pressure. It's a kind of active restraint, powerful stuff.
Okay, that's a really helpful way to think about it. After sako, we have uju. Straight, honest.
Yep, pretty straightforward, this one.
Right.
Honesty in what you do, what you say, and even what you think and intend. Being consistent. Truthful inside and out. No hidden agendas or mental twists and turns. Just straight.
And right alongside that is suhuju, which means very straight or upright. How's that different from just uju?
It builds on it. The commentary suggests this is about being really firmly straight, specifically towards the path itself, towards the Dharma, the Buddha's teachings.
So it's like unwavering focus.
Kind of. Not getting sidetracked by other things, other pursuits that might pull you off course. Staying really direct and true to the path of liberation. The source links this to being ujupaipano, someone who practices straightly, a quality valued in the community.
Okay. Moving from straightness to receptivity. The next one is suvako, easily advised, obedient. That sounds crucial for learning anything, really.
Oh, absolutely essential for spiritual growth. It means being genuinely open to guidance, to teachings, especially the ones that align with the path, like being easy to teach.
The commentary compares it to a good child
Yeah.
or someone wise who knows they don't know everything.
Exactly. It's not about being blindly obedient, but having that inner humility and willingness that makes you receptive to good advice. The Source actually calls this quality rare.
Rare. Wow.
Well, think about it. It makes you easy to live with, easy to guide. The Buddha praised it because it shows you're ready to learn, ready to change, which is fundamental if you want to make progress.
Okay. After Suvako, we get mudu, gentle or mild. Does this mean being like weak or easily pushed around?
Not at all. According to the Source, it's described as gentle, yes, but also adaptable. Easy to train, easy to guide. There's this lovely analogy.
Okay.
It compares this quality to soft, perfectly cooked rice, the kind even an elderly person with no teeth can eat easily and enjoy.
So it's about being easy for others to interact with, not rigid or harsh.
Exactly. That gentleness brings comfort and ease to people around you. It's a kind of inner softness, a flexibility that's actually a strength, not a weakness.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 6, anatamani. Not conceited, humble. Seems straightforward.
It does, but the commentary adds a nice nuance. It's about lacking arrogance, sure, but it also means not being easily offended by little things.
So not having that prickly pride.
Right. Being free from that kind of ego-driven defensiveness that just creates friction and makes things awkward or uncomfortable for others.
So humility makes you easier to be around. It fosters harmony.
Precisely. And that's why it's praised. It helps create the positive relationships you need for the path.
Got it. Next up, Santusako. Contented. What sort of contentment is this?
It's about being genuinely satisfied with what you receive, especially thinking about, say, material support. Things like food, lodging, the basics.
So not being demanding. Appreciating what's offered.
Exactly. Just being okay with things as they are, not causing hassle or trouble for those who are supporting you. It's a real sense of ease with what's available right now.
And closely tied to that is supero, easily supported or easily nourished. How does that play out?
The commentary gives a great image here. A well-trained horse, it eats whatever food it's given, respectfully, without fuss.
So using what's provided without complaining.
Yes. Or maybe, adapting slightly if needed. The Source gives the example of food being too salty. You don't demand something else. You just mix it with some plain rice that's also there.
Very practical. It shows consideration.
It does. It lightens the load for supporters. It helps the whole community or the practice thrive because you're not adding difficulty.
Okay, quality number 9, epikiko. Having few duties, or busy with little. Now, this could sound like being lazy.
Right, but the Source is clear. It's not about laziness. It's about not getting bogged down in tons of, worldly busy work, affairs that just agitate you, body and mind.
So it's about having few distracting duties.
That's the idea. Few personal or external obligations that pull your energy away from what really matters. Your main effort, your main duties are focused within the Dharma on cultivating the path.
Which leads nicely into the next one, salahukavudi. Simple living, light in body and mind.
Yeah, this builds on apikiko. It's about living lightly, not being weighed down by heaps of possessions or endless worries and concerns.
So an uncluttered life, inside and out.
Exactly, leading to this clear, free, unobstructed feeling, physical lightness, mental lightness, the freedom that comes when you let go of the non-essential stuff.
Okay, number 11. Tintindreyo. Tranquil senses, calm eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind.
And the Source is a really striking warning here about the eyes, actually. It mentions fast eyes, restless eyes.
What about them?
It suggests that kind of restlessness in the eyes can be a dead giveaway of an unsettled mind. It can even predict future problems, like a monk eventually leaving the robes.
Wow, that's quite specific. So sense control isn't just discipline, it reflects inner peace.
It reflects it and it protects it. If your senses are constantly jumping around, grabbing onto things, your mind just follows suit. Calm senses, calm body, calm speech, calm mind, they're all presented as absolutely key for making progress.
All right. Number 12, nipiko. Discerning, prudent, wise. The commentary stresses this is wisdom within the context of the Dharma.
Right. It's not just book smarts. It's practical wisdom, Kusalina. The ability to act skillfully, to guide yourself and others towards what's truly beneficial. And the Source offers this really profound example.
What's that?
It says, this kind of wisdom understands how the path, the religion, is actually sustained. It's not by big donations or fancy buildings necessarily.
By what then?
By the simple fundamental things like The rice from the pot, kisno, the food collected during the daily alms round. It's seeing the profound value in that simple purity.
That's fascinating. So real wisdom sees the core, not just the surface.
Yes, it's the wisdom to maintain that purity, to rely on the goodness of the practice itself. And someone with that wisdom, the Source suggests, can actually become a leader, naturally drawing others to the path by their example.
Okay, almost there. Number 13, apagabo. Not forward, undisturbed. What does not forward mean here?
It means not being restless or frivolous, not agitated, in body, speech, or mind.
So avoiding things like fidgeting.
Yeah, avoiding aimless physical movements, pointless chatter, maybe humming nonsense tunes, or just letting your mind leap all over the place towards unhelpful thoughts. The Source contrasts it with being kapho, restless, forward, always need to talk or move.
So it's about a kind of calm, composed presence, stillness.
Exactly that, inner and outer composure.
And finally, number 14, kulisu and anugido. Not clinging to families. This sounds very specific, maybe for monastics.
It primarily is, yes. It means avoiding getting too attached, too entangled with particular lay supporters or families. And the Source gives a really strong warning here.
What kind of warning?
It says flat out that this kind of entanglement leads to conflict, jealousy, arguments, big trouble.
And this is where that story comes in, isn't it? The monk and the glassmaker family.
That's the one. It's a very vivid cautionary tale from the commentary about a monk in the Buddhist time who got way too close to this one family over, 12 years.
Right, and it all blew up over a stolen gem, swallowed by a crane. The glassmaker got violent.
He did. He actually attacked the monk for initially staying silent to protect the bird. Then the glassmaker kills the crane in anger. The monk finally reveals the truth.
And the monk has this huge realization.
A profound one. Seeing the awful consequences of that deep attachment, he swore off relying on specific families completely. He decided to only live on general alms received from anyone.
Wow. That story really hammers home the point about the dangers of clinging, even to people who support you.
It really does. The Source uses it to illustrate why this specific kind of attachment has historically caused problems, even leading people to leave the path. It shows why non-attachment is so vital for maintaining peace and focus.
So these 14 qualities, wow, they cover so much ground. Inner bravery, honesty, gentleness, contentment, wisdom, calm senses, non-clinging. It's a whole blueprint for a peaceful way of being.
And the commentary keeps emphasizing, yes, these are characteristics of the Noble Ones, but the path to cultivating them is open to anyone seeking peace. It's not exclusive.
And that key idea again, practicing these qualities, is how you have metta inside you.
That's the core insight, I think. Metta isn't just a feeling you try to generate and send out. It's the state you embody when you are these qualities. It's who you become.
And that inner state then naturally overflows into the outward expression.
Exactly. The Source links this inner work directly to consciously wishing well for others. That phrase, may all beings be happy, may they be safe, may they have a happy self. That wish flows naturally from this cultivated inner ground.
Okay, so digging into this commentary on the Karaniya Metta Sutta really shows that metta is, well, it's deeply practical. It's about shaping how you actually are in the world.
Yeah, it's this robust set of 14 qualities, not just ideals, but things you can actively practice to build inner peace and express kindness genuinely. They're tools for anyone wanting wisdom and real benefit.
So by working on being brave in goodness, humble, content, wise, non-attached, you build that inner tranquility.
And that inner state naturally changes how you relate to everything and everyone. It allows that genuine loving kindness to extend outwards.
All right, here's a final thought then for you listening based on all this. If cultivating these 14 qualities is the foundation of metta within you, and that inner state naturally leads to wishing well for all beings, how might really focusing your energy on being these qualities day to day actually change the game? How might it fundamentally transform not just your own peace of mind, but the way you show up and interact with the entire world around you?